ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ। ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ, ਧੰਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ। ਕਮਾਲੇ ਕਰਾਮਾਤ ਕਾਇਮ ਕਰੀਮ ਰਜ਼ਾ ਬਖਸ਼ ਰਾਜ਼ਕ ਰਿਹਾ ਕੋ ਰਹੀਮ। ਅਮਾ ਬਖਸ਼ੋ ਬਖਸ਼ਨ ਦਿਓ ਦਸਤਗੀਰ ਰਜ਼ਾ ਬਖਸ਼ ਰੋਜ਼ੀ ਦੇਹੋ ਦਿਲ ਪਜ਼ੀਰ। ਸ਼ਹਿਨशाह खूबी देहो रहनमू कि बेगून व बेचून न चूबे नमू। न साजो न बाजो न फौजो न फर्श खुदावंद बख्शन दे ऐश अर्श। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। These are the words of the Zafarnama, Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Maharaj, in praise of the Creator, Kamale Karamat, Kayam Kareem, who is the philanthropic, the giver, who is always stable, Kayam, who is Karamat of this creation. The Zafarnama by itself is a document filled with the reality of creation. This is the preamble to what he had to say to Aurangzeb. Today we are focusing on some lines of the Japji. Japji is an explanation in the structure of the creation, of how life is created and how I can relate to creation. Kiv sachiara hoiye, kiv kude tutte paal. We live a dream world. We don't live the real world. Those who live the real world have a favorite word which they use, which is Sada, a timeless part of creation, where there is no death, Akal Murat, where there is no cessation of Anand, where there is no movement from happiness to sorrow, and where there is no uncertainty. There is no intervention. We live a life of expectation, and therefore our lives are full of disappointment. That is the crisis we all live. Maharaj calls this a conflict between Hukam and Home. The order of the creation and me is in constant conflict, because my will is not in alignment with the Hukam, the Creator's will, and I am not aware of the Hukam. For example, I do not live with that acceptance that I am going to die. That is the basic foundation of all creation. Maulana Jalaluddin Rumi in one of his couplets says that life and death are 2 feet of the creation, and they all lead to life's creation. In the Japji, Guru Sahib gives us a journey to our inner door, from the dream world to the real world. And before he does that, he establishes the foundation of Suniyai, of listening. So the Panch, those who are honored, those who have realized, those who know, those who are in alignment with creation, they start their life with Suniyai. So Japji has these 4 paudis of Suniyai, of intent listening. And the last line of these 4 paudis is Nanak Bhagta Sada Vigas. Sune Dukh paap ka naas. Maharaj. Sada Vigas. Sadhu, Sant, Guru, the spiritual being, does not believe in temporary, transient existence. He is willing to trade his ego for that reality which is permanent in life. So Maharaj says, Sada, Vigas, Anand, happiness, that which we are all seeking. We are all seeking happiness. And we want it forever, but this is not the reality of the world where we live. In this world where we live, happiness is not forever. It is temporary. Happiness is defined by sorrow. If there was no sorrow in this world, happiness would lose its value. If there was no ugliness, beauty would not be defined, and so it will become meaningless. Love would not have its value if there was no hatred. The rich are defined by the poor. The right is defined by that which is wrong. So in this way, these are 2 sides of the same coin. Creation is built on duality. In the Asadivar, Maharaj says this, that the Creator has expressed himself in creation by duality. Imagine a world where there is no ugliness. Everybody is beautiful. Beauty would lose its value. It will not be defined. If everything was white and there was no other color, we would not be able to see. So this is the form of creation. Not because we are hated or we are burdened by the Creator wants to burden us. This is the nature of how life exists in its dual form. This is the hukam. This is the law. And the law has a reason. If there was no reason, there was no logic. The Greeks used this word logic. Logos is the key word from Greek mythology. 2005 or 335 BC. Somebody is saying getting less sound. Is there a problem in sound? I can increase it. Jaskaran says he cannot hear. Is everybody, am I audible to others? Or is there a problem?
We from our side, there is no.
There is no. Jaskaran. Okay. Jaskaran, you need to see if there is something at your end. So Dukh. The most painful part of life is our Dukh. And that is what we fear. And Dukh has a reason, because we seek happiness. When we seek happiness, the more intently we seek happiness, with the same intensity, Dukh comes to us, pain comes to us, sorrow comes to us. This shows that we don't live in acceptance. Hukam is what we need to live in acceptance of. And we do not need to run after seeking happiness in this world, in this form. If we do, then we should accept that sorrow will come with it. We live the ego world, I world. I am born, identity, first of all. My foundation of my life rests on this body. This body is me. And there is the conflict, because this me then ages. It can go into health issues. It can have problems. So this I, this body, by itself is not a very stable phenomena, but it is a very powerful phenomena. Because from this I can find a tool to that which is forever. Nanak bhagta sada vigas. What needs to be done to understand and live creation in its reality is what Guru Nanak Sahib teaches us, Maharaj. One fundamental aspect of life is that all of creation is Anand. Every part of this whole universe is vibrant with Anand. It is hidden within every seed of this creation. Anand Roop Ravyo Sab Madde Jatkat Pe Khujai. And we are completely ignorant of this Anand which is present in creation. And we are seeking happiness in the transient world. Nanak bhagta sada vigas, Suniyai Dukh paap ka naas. Maharaj has given us an end to sorrow, an end to sin. So there is no wrong in the world where Guru is taking us. There is no sin. And somehow this listening is transformative. It transforms us. It transforms us from what we are to what we can become. And the potential, Guru says, is immense. Narte sur hoye jaat nimuk mein Satgur Buddh sikhlai. From a human being to a devta, to a superhuman, within the flash of an eyelid. Jin manas te devte kiye, kart na lagi var. From a human to a devta, superhuman, without much effort, without much time. In this world which we live in, there needs to be a lot of effort to get what we want. If we have desires, we have to work for them. And there is a, depending on what kind of structure our mind bears, meaning what kind of baggage we carry. Because we carry some baggage. This Home world, let's understand this ego Home, from where creation comes about. To Siddhs, Guru Nanak Sahib Maharaj tells the Siddhs, when they ask him, Kit Kit Bid, Jag Upje Purkha. They ask Maharaj, where does the world come about, Maharaj? Kit Kit Dukh Binas Jai. How does pain and sorrow go away, Maharaj? Home with Jag Upje Purkha. From the ego mind, the world comes about. You, me, everyone, we all have egos. They are divisive parts of reality, divided. So we are not complete. The ego in itself is not a complete being. It's a changing, transient being. Heraclitus says a very beautiful thing. He says, man can never enter the same river twice. In this part of creation, world is always changing. We are changing. Creation is changing. And the one fact of all creation is everything is changing. There is nothing which is not changing. And whatever is changing is Maya, is a dream, is not reality. It's the reality with this reference of time, space and cause. The moment time changes, the reality changes. Its definition changes. And that is why our search for happiness in this transient world ends in unhappiness. Because it has a reason. The moment something has a reason which is not stable, then by its inherent nature, that itself becomes unstable. So my source of happiness becomes very unstable. And if I have collected a lot of sources of happiness, I am very rich, powerful, I have so much, then now the evil of fear is going to haunt me constantly. Because I have so much to lose. And I will guard all that I have gained with so much energy that it will sap away everything from my life and only give meaning to these fundamental collections which I have got. Money, honor, status, things which are transient, will never be with me forever. The moment this body, this I, is gone from this frame, the reality of the world also changes. And all this I have collected, these toys, are also gone with it. Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib says, Jo sukh ko chahe sada. See, the perception of Guru is always about sada, timeless. Sukh. Jo sukh ko chahe sada. Saran Ram ki le. Then your fundamental foundation of your life should not be the moving world. It should be that reality where the Creator is forever. That which is forever is your foundation of your life. Then your life becomes stable, becomes unchanging. Somehow this listening, Suniyai, gives us the key to that world which doesn't change. And the reality of that world is Vigas, Anand, Sada, timeless. Maharaj explains life to us. He brings this word hukam to us. Kiv satyara hoiye. How do I transcend change and become satyara, become truth, unchanging? I am always changing, so I am not truth forever. I am only truth in that particular reference or frame of reference. The moment that frame of reference goes, I am different now. We started this talk session today. We start it a different person and we go away a different person. So it's not the same being. So the Mandeep who came is not the Mandeep who is going to go away. In that way, we are not the same human beings. We are flowing like a river flows, constantly changing. And that's our conflict, because in this constant change, we are trying to hold on to something which is permanent, happiness forever. Maharaj says, Bahar tundat bahut dukh paya. While I am seeking for something outside, I will always find pain. So the ego world needs to be understood. The whole of Buddhism is built on this reference that Dukh is the foundation of life. And the reason for Dukh is Trishna. Guru says that this is a rogue, this is a disease. If I am not able to leave this home and ego, I am trapped. Let's understand this trap, because Suniyai is a way out of this trap. Bahar tundat bahut dukh pave, kar amrit kat mahe jiyo. This is now two worlds, the senses world outside, Bahar. My man is the field where life is played. And how do I get aware of the man? I get aware of it by the senses. Eyes, nose, ears, sense of touch. All these senses are an expression of my man and a way of experiencing life in the physical world. This is the sensuous world, where pleasures are a balance with life, which are also created in this gamut of change. So the man is attached to these senses. And these senses experience this world which is constantly changing. This is the Maya world, the Home world. And when I am in this Home, there are certain aspects which govern me. I am defined by the desires I have. What I want, what I need, what is my Trishna. That is how I define life. Somebody who doesn't need anything, he is relaxed. His ego is not as powerful as those who desire more. And whatever we desire with this ego world will lead to two expressions, two results. One is Dukh and the other is fear. Because I will constantly fear the change which I am living. The insecurity of change is constantly going to haunt us. I am seeking happiness where there is transient happiness. So if I have accepted that happiness and sorrow will come together, then I have accepted the hukum. Nanak hukme je bujhe, taho mein kahe na koi. This is the hukum, that life is a baggage. Life is a baggage of happiness and sorrow. It's a baggage of rich and poor, gain and loss. It's a baggage of meeting and separation. These are all what we know about life. And so in this way, we have to accept that these changes are not permanent. That these experiences I have are not permanent. So Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Maharaj says, Sukh dukh ko tum sam kar jano. Accept that they are the same. Or maan apamana. Maan is the honor we seek. We all seek honor. We all need gratification of our egos to survive this ego world. We always wait for those who honor us. So I feel exalted and I feel I am And this I am is a need, a basic need. I am. But the more I am, the stronger this view of I am, the more painful leaving the I will become. So, the richer I am, the more powerful I am, the more painful my separation with my own inner self will be. And then we feel, but those who are rich have no reason to be sorrowful. If we go close by, go closer, you will find pain, a lot of fear. That is how ego is defined. Ego has these companions, and then it is never satiated. Ego never satiates. If I am hunting for happiness in this world, I will never be satiated. I have 100, I will need 200. If I have 2, I'll have 3. If I have 3, I have 4. There's no end to how much I need then. I will need to destroy the other, becomes my urgency. So I can bomb Gaza and kill people, kill children, and I justify it. So the giving others pain becomes my reason for happiness. Sadism. This is how the structure of the world becomes painful for most of us. Because in this world, happiness is built on someone's sorrow. In the share market, if I earn 100 rupees, somebody lost that 100 rupees. So the gain is coming from someone's loss. But look what Guru Nanak says about life. He says, Sarbat da pala. No one loses. In this world where Guru guides us, Guru is taking us, there no one loses. Everyone wins. Sarbat. Everyone wins. Everyone is a winner. Nobody loses. And so life is redefined. And that is why he says, don't eat alone, share. Become a part of the other. There is a tribe in Africa, and they don't have a word for you, for the other. They don't say you. They say you are the other me. The Mayan also used this kind of a word. I and you are not separated. We are different in ego perceptions, but we are part of the same tree. And the same energy in this whole creation guides us all. And it's only this ego which is giving us the conflict. You are the other me. What a beautiful world this will be. And in this world, if somebody does something wrong and painful for someone, they don't go blame him or her. They go and tell that individual about what good they did. We live the other world. We want to destroy the other to build ourselves. We want to punish the other. We want the other to be sinful, so I am not sinful. We want to punish others for the same reason where we are being indulgent and tell ourselves that we are different from them. Maharaj then says, Nanak Naam, no Naam, Chaddi Kala. Chaddi Kala, the energy of no loss, always victory. There is no loss in this world of Naam, where the foundation is Naam, Maharaj. Naam is not the ego world, it's beyond the ego world. Tere paane sarbat da pala. That is why Guru says, Kirt karo, Naam japo, or Vand chako. dissolve your ego with the other. Because this kirt is my ego. I am the kirt. But he says, give this to others. Give what you do. And he says it specifically. He says that whatever you have earned, whatever you have toiled for, give away a part of that. Because that will reduce your ego and it will make you merge with the other. It will break the walls between us and we can become one. I'm forgetting the line, but it'll come. So this is this world where Anand and love are the foundation of creation. But Maharaj, the Creator creates duality for us to know life, accept the changing world and go beyond it. To become Satyara. Break the wall of falsehood. Give Satyara hoiye, give kude tutte pal. Kood di pal, the deceit in our lives, the dream, the false which is there, which we live, in the sense that it is not permanently true. Like a river merges in the ocean and becomes the ocean, we are all seeking that merging which there is no separation. So there is an inner desire with this I. It wants to meet happiness forever. We want unconditional happiness because we know that is the reality of life. In our subconscious life, in our subconscious mind, we know. But ego has these baggages, which is the karam world. Ego lives a baggage world. It's a trap. It's a jail. There is a very nice story about the French Revolution. In the French Revolution, they had this revolution and these people who were in the jail were told to leave. And they refused to leave. They said, we know only this reality. Where will we go? I have no place to go. This is our reality. We don't know any other place to go. We don't have any other reality other than the I world. And here is the reason where we are all moving, constantly seeking and banging our heads against the wall. Kya paviye sat sucha hoye, saat Shabad bin mukt na koye. Guru Nanak says, why are you wandering? When you will know truth, only when you have known the word of truth, saat Shabad bin mukt na koye. So what world are we living? Punni papi akhar nahi. This pun and paap, he says, is not merely words. Kar karna likh le jao. As we are doing, so we are trapped. Aape beej aape hi khao. Our seeds we will sow. Nanak hukmi abo jao. This is the rule of this eco world, that we have to sow what we have sown, we will reap that. So there is no going away. This is a trap. Even the good is a trap. The good, bad are two sides of the same coin. As long as we are transacting through the ego world, it's all a trap. It's the difference between a gold chain and an iron chain. But the chain is always there. And in that way, we have no control. So it makes us uneasy. And then what will happen to this I? That is our problem. Where am I going? Where will I end up in this whole game? And how do I find an escape from pain? How do I not have sorrow in my life? Suniyai Dukh paap ka naas. So these four paudis are the beginning of manan. Four paudis in Japji of Suniyai, then Maniye, and then becomes Panch. We are so engrossed in processes, techniques, methods. How do I awaken the Kundalini? If I hang upside down and I do this yoga posture and this other posture, then I will become aware of Kundalini. Then I will know Samadhi. I will know. If I was to know reality, if I can go into the real world, if I can go into the creation world, then I am more powerful than the creator. And if I have the key, then I am the creator by itself. If I have the key to my room, I am the owner of the room. But I don't have the key. So I cannot exist in that realm. हौमे नामे नाल विरोध है, दोए न बस एक थाएं. Home and Naam are two opposite realms. They don't live together. If I am, the creator is not. And if Naam is, I am not. That's a big crisis for me, Maharaj. I only know I only know how to nurture me, become a better dancer, a writer, a better talker, more educated, more learned. I only know how to reinforce the I. I have to leave this I and go where? Where is this other part of my whole creation? किव सचियारा हुई है, किव कूड़े टुटे पाल, हुक्म रजाई चलना, नानक लिखिया नाल. Maharaj says if the order of the creator, the hukam, the order is this whole realm, and me, I, if they merge, if they become the same, hukam razai chalna. If this is how my life is, then my ego can get dropped. But I am not aware of hukam until I live the ego. So here I need the Guru. Guru is the only energy. Guru is the only reality who can lead me away from this darkness, who can lead me away from this well I have fallen into, who can lead me away from this pain, who can lead me away to inner reality. And mind you, I am not talking about ambitions of the world. So if I am ambitious about becoming a very senior banker, it's not what I'm talking about. So let's not confuse two planes. Whatever my I's ambitions are, I has to work for that. And there's nothing wrong. Whatever choices I have are mine. I have to answer for them by living through the experience, and the repercussions are all mine. Nobody else's. In this way, we are all alone, and we define our own creation. Of course, there are people who can subjugate the other. That happens in this I world. Who can give pain to the other. But every pain which someone gives us or gives another can become a reason for light to enter our world. You know, in Japan, there's a very beautiful art. They don't break any utensil. I'm forgetting the name, but if something which is fragile breaks, then they use a very beautiful glue and fix it back, no matter how many pieces it is in. And it becomes a more beautiful part. It becomes an artwork. Such is life. Nothing can break us if we know how to find that beauty of the Creator. Kintsugi. Gagandeep, thank you. Kintsugi. So life is like that, Maharaj. We can blame life for what baggage we have, but we are answerable for whatever we do. So how does Guru help us in this? The ego world is our world where we define everything, but we also experience the pain and sorrow according to what we have defined. And we can only grow here if we don't break. So in the Chinese tradition, they revere the bamboo a lot. They revere the bamboo because the bamboo is flexible. It doesn't break. And we are not flexible. This I makes us very inflexible. The lesser of I we have, the more flexible we are. One of the reasons we do most of our things in life is what will the other say? And that defines me. So hell is the other people. Jean-Paul Sartre. We define our lives with this hell which others have built for us. And this is why we are living in a world where we are not aware of what is our real self. What is this I am living? It's constantly changing. क्यों ना फिर दौस में दोजक को मिला लूं या रब, सैर करने की कुछ जगह और ही सही. Let me mix some hell in this heaven I have. I'll get some more walking space, Ghalib says. So do I give up this I and not live this physical world and not live and enjoy what I know about life, not live it? What else is there I have? I only have I. If there is no I, what is there then? Maharaj says no need to deny us anything. If I have got onto a train accepting that I have to get off it, then there is no conflict. If I have gone into life accepting I have to drop out and leave this body somewhere, I have to accept the change, and that this life is full of constant struggles. It also can be very smooth for some people. Some of my friends enjoy their work a lot. They say, we enjoy our work, so we revel in it. But whatever we do, whatever we choose, the fundamental rule is that पहला मरण कबूल जीवन की छटास, वो सपना की रहन का तबाव हमारे पास. If I live in expectations, then disappointment will come to me. So then how do I live? What about the sensual world? The sexual world which is there? Is that wrong to live that? Often enough I get this question, mostly by youth. I am very disturbed by sexual desires. I like what Krishnamurti says about this. He says, we have so perverted everything because of ego. Even sex is perverted now. Even that is guilt. What do I have to focus with? What do I have to focus on for understanding life more completely? And the key, what will happen at death? Where will I go? कहाँ ते आवे, कहाँ है जावे, कहाँ है रहे समाई. जब है हृदय देह न होती, तब मन कोठे रहता. ਹਿਰਦੇ ਦਹਿ ਨਾ ਹੋਤੀ ਅਵਧੂ ਮਨ ਸੁਨ ਰਿਹਾ ਬੈਰਾਗੀ. What Guru Sahib is telling us in this Suniyai, it has inbuilt into it Kundalini, Samadhi, Dhyan, everything. Bulle Shah did not go and learn how to do Kundalini. He says that I found my Guru and he just freed me from everything. That he found this Murshid and he made everything happen. All he did was made his Murshid happy. All we do is trying to reaffirm this I. The more we reaffirm it, the stronger becomes the struggle. Like quicksand. We sink deeper. So I do not have the key to opening this door away from this I. If I have had it, then I am the master of creation. So I don't have it. I can learn breathing, I can learn Kundalini, I can learn Samadhi, I can learn 100 sessions, but the door will not open like that. It doesn't open in that way. One day Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Maharaj asked his Sikhs, in that much time which I take to climb the horse, can somebody give me the synopsis of the Guru Granth Sahib? And Sikhs were very upset. He's Maharaj, 1400 pages. How can we? And one of his Sikhs said, Maharaj, ek omkar Satgur Prasad. Ek omkar is the reality of creation. Bahar Pitar ek ko jane. There is only one in this whole creation. We are all transient, temporary ego beings. And our egos are not permanent. We are branches of the same tree. Aval Allah noor upaya, kudrat ke sab bande. Ek noor te sab jag upjaya. Kaun pale kaun mande. If there is no ego, creation will collapse into one, ek omkar. The key to finding this ek omkar is Gur Prasad. Guru. The love which Guru gives us opens the door within us. Maharaj gives it a name. नौ द्वारे प्रगट किए 10वां गुप्त रखाया. These 9 doors are the ego doors, the physical life, the senses world. So now I come to this Suniyai, the power of Suniyai. We have to transcend the ego to find reality of life. Nanak hukme je buje, tahome kahe na koi. When you have understood hukam, there is no me, I in that hukam. When my will becomes the hukam, jiv jiv hukam teve tevkar. As the hukam, so is my action. There is no conflict. This love. Thousands, hundreds of methodologies are there for doing dhyan, for learning dhyan. So many jantras. But here is what Guru Nanak Sahib Maharaj reveals to us. And in this is the key to transformation. The inner mind is transformed from the ego world to the egoless world of Naam. And this transformation happens in a flash of an eyelid. Jin manas te devte kiye kart na lagi var. Flash of an eyelid. Nar te sur hoye jaat nimak mein. Nimak is flash of an eyelid. Satgur Buddha Sikhlai. Guru teaches us. So what is the reason we don't live this? First thing is, we are seeking it in the wrong place. We are seeking happiness forever in the ego world, where there is no such reality of forever happiness. The second thing is, we don't want Guru in our lives. Nanak Guru na chetani. Man apne suchet. I don't want any Guru. I know everything. But I can know everything in the ego world. I have a lot of knowledge. I am aware of everything which is happening. All the laws of my country I know. Fair enough. So there is no conflict. I have lesser conflicts in the ego world because I'm aware of the hukam, the order of my country or the world, and I'm living it in harmony. The lesser I desire, the more harmonious I am, the more relaxed I am. But desire is a necessary part of the world. If a mother doesn't desire the child to grow, life will end. So there is a balance we need. There is a balance we need and an inspiration to live this ego world. How do I live that is the art. Maharaj says, Jaise jal mein kamal niralam, like there is lotus in water. Murgai ne sane, and a duck is in its pond. Surat Shabad Pavasagar tariye. Surat and Shabad are these two keys to living this ego world and yet transcending it. Living it completely with no conflicts. And yet not have it as a foundation. So I have two minds, so to say. One is the moving mind, the thought mind, ego mind. And one is the sahaj, thirkar, stable house, where there is no movement, where there is Anand is my reality. This road between the ego mind and the thoughtless mind, the Anand mind, is connected by the Guru. And what is Guru, Maharaj? Guru is Shabad. The Sufis have a very beautiful saying, the sound of silence. I will learn Kundalini, I will learn Samadhi, I will learn my inner reality of my mind. I need Guru with me. I don't need these exercises of Kundalini. I need Shabad with me. Maharaj says, "Ae jiyo bote jaram parmaya, the Satgur Shabad sunaya." We are wandering through many lifetimes, through many relationships, through many associations, friendships, pain, gain, loss, and we are tired because we are making effort. But the inner reality is effortless. It is sahaj. For that, there is no effort needed. Jo sukh ko chahe sada saran Ram ki le. So Maharaj introduces us this thought. Gaviye, suniye, man rakhiye pao. Now I need dhyan. Munda santok sarampat choli dhyan ki karo bebut. This Surat and Shabad, what are these? Maharaj Guru Sahib says Surat. Surat is my thoughtless ekagar man. Guru Arjan Sahib Maharaj says that when you are sitting in contemplation of the Nirankar, Prabh ki ustat, karo sant meet. Prabh ki ustat means that now I have given this I, and I've started saying you. Where are you? Where is my other part which completes me? Where is that part of me which opens that inner door forever? Where is that reality where there is no death? Where is this love which encompasses everything in creation? Where is this meeting where there is no separation? Where is it? Where is Guru Gobind Singh Sahib? Where are you? Prabh ki ustat, karo sant meet, savdhan ekagar cheet. With one mind, ekagar cheet, thoughtless mind. I was trained in my younger years by Sant Niranjan Singh, and I lived with him for some years. A blessed part of my life. I had no belongings, no room even to lie down. But I was in seventh heaven, if there is any. And one day he asked me this, does your mind become thoughtless? Do you feel that where there is no thought, the calmness of no thought? This is the dhyan we are all looking for, where there is peace, no thought. And how do I find this mind where there is no thought? I can learn this. This is a technique. You can learn it. But Guru says, use Shabad to learn this. Use your senses. Through the senses, I interact from my mind and the world. These 5 senses. I listen, I talk, I feel, I touch, I smell. But these senses, the most transformative, the most powerful of all these senses for the spiritual world is the sense of listening. It transforms and goes direct into subconscious. The Guru has said a word, has given a hukum, for example, and it is contrary to my ego. Then my ego will get dropped if I listen. For example, I like to wear white clothes and the Guru says, wear only black. So what does the Guru do? Guru takes away my ego world from me and gives me a new foundation of life by his hukum. If I have listened to the Guru and said, I will wear black, and I accept it. So my subconscious desire of I, one part of I has gone. I no longer am tied to I am only wearing white. So my I is getting transformed. My I is getting dropped. My I is getting merged with my Guru's hukum. In this way, the Shabad is the hukum. Guru says, Dithe mukt na hovai. By just bowing before Guru Granth Sahib is not going to work. Dithe mukt na hovai, jichar Shabad na kari Vichaar. Till as long as you don't ponder on what the Shabad is saying, your ego will not go away. So I have to listen. If I listen to the Guru intently, my ego will go away. And ego is the only disease of this world which I need to drop. I need to live it. I need to live it. At the same time be free of it. Jaise jal mein kamal niralam. Like a lotus lives in water, like a bird is in the pond. I live this world and yet be free of it. Where I don't gather the sins in my man. Otherwise, all the good and bad is a baggage. And every baggage is a journey of pain in the end. So that is why whenever you will find the Shabad will define Sada, make you timeless, makes us timeless, takes us from this ego mind to the Sahaj mind, Surt. Maharaj says, Gaviye, Suniye. Sing and listen. So transform the mind by listening. Kadiye Shabad Sachi Taksal. Chisel the mind of your ego. Kadiye Shabad. Shabad is the reality of the Creator. The Shabad has paradigms. The first paradigm is that Shabad is the entire creation. And then the Shabad is the defined Shabad. Bani Guru, Guru hai Bani, which Bani Amritsari. Here, not far from us, Paimati Das is getting sawed into two. Guru Tegh Bahadur and these 3 Sikhs have entered the center of the power of India. And they are all going to be killed. And they don't run away or feel fearful. They don't feel that everything they have is going to get lost. And they don't feel that. Because that's not true. They have something which nobody can take away from them. They have something which they have found within their life, which even death cannot take away, where the body also, once gone, doesn't take away that from them. When Paimati Das is getting sawed into two, the historian says, Doe Tante Japji Pade. With the two halves of Mati Das, the sound of Japji is coming. Dekhat sab acharj bade. This is the merging of the Shabad and the Surt. It's beyond the physical reality of life. It's beyond death. A Sufi Sant said, Anahal Haq. And Mansur was being cut. And when he was being cut, he was laughing. Like now someone said, these Sikhs are getting drowned in water and they are laughing in these times of pain. That's the amazing spirit. And when Mansur is laughing, they ask him, why are you laughing? You are being cut to pieces. He says, what they are cutting is not getting cut. I am not getting cut. The body is getting cut. So Maharaj says, Gaviye suniye, man rakhiye pao. When you sing and listen to Shabad. So do this exercise. Use the Mool Mantar. Use any Shabad you like. In the darkness, sitting alone, say the Shabad. In darkness, Shabad becomes light. We used to play this game when we were growing up, where we used to hide. And how in darkness would I know where the other person is? If the person will say, I am here, I spy. We used to all play this game. So the sound tells me where the other person is. So in darkness, Shabad, sound becomes light. I see by the sound where the other person is. Maharaj says, then you will find love within your inner mind. You will transcend the ego world. Kundalini, Dhyan, Samadhi, everything will happen in this Shabad. Home dirag rog hai, daru bhi ismaye, kirpa kare je apni, to Gur ka Shabad kamaye. Nanak kahe suno jano, it sanjan dukh jaye. This is the way pain and sorrow goes away, through the Shabad and Surt. Kirpa kare je apni, to Gur ka Shabad kamaye. If we can make Shabad our companion, if we can make Shabad our inner reality, and so ego is reflected in the mind through thought. Where is the ego coming from? Where is the thought coming from? Who is the one who is thinking? is the ego mind. Most of it. Some thoughts come from beyond the ego mind, but most of it is within the ego mind. Now I live the ego mind. The thought is moving constantly. If I replace this thought with Shabad, then that vain thinking, that energy which is getting depleted by thought, gets energized by Shabad. Kadiye Shabad Sachi Taksal. So I want to do Kundalini, I want to do Samadhi. This is the way. Guru Prasad. Guru is Shabad. So one realm of Shabad is the undefined creator. The other is the defined Shabad. Guru Arjan Sahib Maharaj did an extremely big favor to the entire world by bringing out this Guru Granth. And he used to walk barefoot with the Pothi. At that time it was the Pothi. He gave Shabad the center of Darbar Sahib, not the physical Guru. So he gave Shabad the center of our spiritual life. And what is Shabad? Bani, Guru. Guru hai Bani, which Bani Amrit Sari. Bani is our Guru. Vaho Vaho Bani Nirankar hai. The undefined creator is Bani, is Gurbani, is Shabad. And how did that get affirmed? Guru Arjan Sahib in the Kartarpur bead signed the bead for every Shabad which was there in the bead, and then Guru Har Gobind Sahib signed it. So every Shabad which is of Bhagat Namdev, Bhagat Ravdas or the Pats is accepted in the egoless world. And how is it verified? Guru has verified it with his dhyan. And this is the only spiritual document in any religion which is affirmed in the living lifetime of the Guru, of the one who has started because Guru Nanak started this tradition. He carried the Pothi with him. When he was in Baghdad, they asked him this question, that Hindu vadda ya Musalman nohi, Babe akhe hajiyan, Shubh amla bajon dove roi. Puchan phol kitab nu. He says, go look into this book you have. They called him Hindu Peer. Look into this book you have. Hindu vadda ya Musalman nohi. Who's bigger, Hindu or Muslim? Guru Sahib doesn't accept these divisions of religion. Na ko Hindu, na Musalman. Because he is living in Shabad, the creator, the one ek omkar. He doesn't accept these divisions of religion, of sex, of caste system, of high, low, rich, poor. In fact, he says, I am Neech. Neecha under Neech Jat. Neechi hu at Neech. That is why Darbar Sahib is made lower than the level of normal life. This is the only place in the world which is a religious, spiritual place made lower than the level of ground, not high. Every other temple or church is made high up in the mountain, in the higher up. Maharaj says, I want to live with those who are considered low. I am Neechi hu at Neech. Nanak tinke sang saath. I am with them. So why does he say this? Because Kirpa, Guru Prasad flows like water towards the lower part of gravity. Those who are lower get more blessed. Those who have an ego don't get blessed. So the lesser ego I have the more blessed, the potential of getting blessed. So thought is replaced by Shabad. And Shabad is Nirankar. Vaho, Vaho, Bani Nirankar hai. And what is the reason for this? The transformation of the inner mind needs Guru. I have to transcend ego. And Shabad makes us transcend the ego. I can go up to the third eye in my ego. And the third eye can give me knowledge, give me awareness, give me peace, but not Anand. Anand will only come beyond the third eye. So Maharaj says, Kyon gur bin trikuti chutsi? Without the Guru, how I leave the trikuti? Cannot leave. So I can work hard all my life, put all my energies in the trikuti, but can't go beyond it. I can't. The Guru can bless me. So Shabad is the Guru. That is why Guru Sahib says, Nanak Bhakta. Become a Bhagat. How you will become Bhagat? By having Shabad in our lives. And what does this need, Maharaj? It needs Gaviye Suniye Man Rakhiye Pao. Listening intently to Shabad. I transform my thought and replace it with Shabad. Take one Shabad, take Mool Mantar, take anything, and have it throughout our lives. Constantly it's moving and it gets internalized. It chisels away the mind, it purifies the mind. Par ye mat papa ke sang, o tope naame ke rang. Shabad is a naam and Shabad is also Hukam, Maharaj. Shabad is the way I can drop my ego because I drop thought. I'm thoughtless. And then Shabad reveals the Anand. Anand is what? Anand is unconditional happiness, a state of my mind where there is Anand. You don't have to do anything for it. What Bhagat Kabir says, Asman mein aane leheng dariya, gusal kardan bood. In the 10th door, Asman mein aane in it, in the mayan, like a sword lives in the mayan. Asman mein aane leheng dariya, there is a river. Gusal kardan bood. When we grew up, we used to have this word gusal khana, the Persian word. Gusal kardan bood. Bathe in this state of mind. In your 10th door is a river of Anand flowing constantly. That is our reality. Because that is our creation. That is creation. Sat, Chit, Anand. That which is truth is my Chit, is Anand. But that Anand will not open through I. Asman mein aane leheng dariya, gusal kardan bood. Bathe in this. So what should I use, Maharaj? I should use Shabad as my reality. My meditation method is Suniyai. Nanak Bhakta. Become Bhagat with Shabad. Sada Vigas. Now let me take you to this other dimension. When Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Maharaj establishes the Khalsa, he asks for the head. The head is a representation of ego. If I give up my ego and Guru replaces it with Amrit. Amrit is made how? It's made with Shabad. So that Shabad which I need for my spiritual elevation, for my transcendence of the ego world, is this Amrit. And when I have this Amrit, what is Amrit? Amrit is happiness without death. That is why the spirit of the Khalsa is unbelievably vibrant, because they don't fear death if they are the Khalsa. And then he defines the Khalsa. Puran Jot Jage Katme. When they are complete. In their inner mind, when they are complete. Tab Khalas tahi na Khalas jame. Only then they are the Khalsa. They are not otherwise. Aatamras janiye. When who knows the Anand of the spirit, of the soul. Aatamras. Atma ka ras. So hai Khalas Dev. He is the Khalsa. Prabh mein, moh mein, das mein. Between him, God and me, there is no separation. Ranchak nahi na pe. So if I ask this question, where is Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj? Guru Sahib is everywhere. Right here. Why I don't feel it? Because my man is not thir. My mind is not stable. If I make the mind thir in Shabad, then I will feel the Guru's presence everywhere. How do I do this? Thir ghar baiso har jan pyare. Satgur tumre kaaj savari. All the issues of life get resolved by the stability of the inner mind. Thir ghar baiso har jan pyare. Satgur tumre kaaj savari. And the Guru resolves all our issues, all our life issues. The biggest life issue is how do I go beyond my ego and find transcendence from change to permanence. This is the sadhu. Bhai Gurdas is the Saint Paul of Sikhism. He was the scriber. When the Guru Granth was being written, Guru Arjan Sahib was dictating to him in one tent and he was writing in the other tent. Ramsar Sarovar is the Sarovar in Amritsar where this was all done. Sukhmani Sahib also was brought about there. He says, Tamme koi na sadh bin. Without sadhu, nobody finds rest, stability. If you have any questions, please go ahead and write them out. Today's session has been a long one. I would like to start some kind of meditation, dhyan with Shabad and physically meet for that. So those who will be interested should give their numbers out so we can at some time. I'm right now very engrossed with my work, so I don't have so much energy. But I'm praying to Guru to free me from these entanglements of home, where I can be more in seva. Sev karat hove neh kami, tisko hot prapat swami. Man beche Satgur ke paas. Give your ego to the Guru. Tis sevak ke karaj ras. I hope the session has been fruitful for you. Thank you for your presence. In your presence I find Guru. And so I am grateful to all of you. If you have any questions, please go ahead and write them down. If you're on YouTube, you can write them there. Guru Simran will or Gagandeep will read them and we can quickly, because the session is already, I have no discipline for time. It's been very bad for me. Monica. There was one question about sleeping we had the other day. And I'm forgetting now. I see your ID so I can relate to it. One thing which will help sleep, I have same issue. So I Have cold water head bath. It helps me sleep better. How to start my journey to learn Sikhism as a non-Sikh. Sit today and do the Mool Mantra. Ek Omkar, Satnam, Karta Purukh, Nirpau, Nirvair, Akal Murat, Ajuni Sahibang, Gur Prasad. Say this sometime. Say it in a meditative way and just fold your hands to Guru Nanak and invite him in your life. One beauty of Guru Nanak's religion is that there are no isms for him. All creation is one. So Shabad is the Guru. Invite Guru into your life. And one step at a time. I remember one story in which one Peer from Ahmedabad, there is one Ahmedabad now in Pakistan. He came to listen to the Sukhmani when it was composed. And the first shlok of the Sukhmani Sukh Amrit Prabhnam, Bhagat Jana ke man bisram. He heard these words and he walked away. And the person who was going to read the Sukhmani to him said, "Where are you going? This is Ashtapadis. So many, it will take 45 minutes. He says, "No, I found what I want. That's all I want." So the moment we connect beyond the ego, we find our answers and we drop our questions. So invite the Mool Mantra into your life and Guru Nanak, invite him into your life and the journey will start. Was waiting since long, although I missed few sessions. So now my main challenge is how to balance the ego, self-esteem amidst the cunning. But it's a challenge for everyone. This is the confusion we all live. But use the ego in the ego world. And if we find some time every day where we are able to go inwards, then the balance will come naturally on its own. One thing is, we should not think about problems and make them bigger. Just give yourself some time for Shabad, some Naam every day, and the balance will come. But this struggle is everybody's struggle. It's all right. It's a part of the journey, because we go in and out of ego and without ego if we are in Naam. So no issue. It's fine. It's how it is. The materialistic world, Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Maharaj got into conflicts because of this reality. 14 of his wars were fought by the Rajas around him, not the Mughals, because they were eyeing his possessions. The Sangat's money and the Sangat's gifts, the Raja Bhimchand and others wanted that. So the ego world has this nature. It dominates. But it's okay. And what did he say in the Zafarnama? He says, "Na sazo, na bazo, na fauzo, na farsh. Khudavand bakshan de uashas." Nothing has gone away from me. My Anand has not gone. You have taken away my land. My Sikhs are separated from me. My children are gone. 7, 9 years old child. But my Anand is not gone. Because that is the bakshish of Guru, of God. Khudavand bakshande. The bakshish of Khuda. So Nonand Deda Nanded Hazur Sahib, where Guru Sahib left his physical body. One Sikh came and said, but I just saw him go on a horse. When I started to try a bit to 1 minute, get off my ego, I realized that people started taking me for a ride and waiting. It's all right. Don't use these are two different worlds, and there are two different rules for this world. Use the ego rules in the ego world and the non-ego rules in the Naam world. But also we must realize that there is nothing is lost here. This is only transient. Everything you gain or lose doesn't have too much meaning. So don't worry about it. It's all right. As long as we spend time in Naam and don't let go of that, we will be in Chardi Kala. Those 6 who were cut to pieces had not lost anything. What are we going to lose? Yes. So I don't know your name, but I see from your PAMG, cold water baths will cool your head if you're heated head, and it will help you sleep better. And then deep breathing, of course. Navdeep ji, thank you. Thank you, all of you. I appreciate. I spent some years of my life with someone who guided me into living a more free world, free of judgment, free of bondages, free of... Well, he told me to be with him. I stayed with him for 5 years. He was immense love. And in him I found the love of Guru Gobind Singh. Must be something from the past. Ramandeep ji, grateful for today's session. I am grateful to you. This is a meditation for me. I am really confused regarding meditation. Dhyan, Shabad is meditation. I don't know how to do it. Just sit and sing the Shabad. Gaviye, suniye, man rakhiye paap. That's it. Your man will become dhyanast in Shabad. Not only while you're sitting, but when you're walking, running, doing work, Shabad will be in the background. Shabad will become our reality. Shabad will become our journey to the inner self. Suniye maniye man kita pao, antargat tirat malnao. He says the inner mind becomes the tirat, becomes celebration. Shabad, just use Shabad. Don't worry about techniques, methods. That's my experience. Just use Shabad. There was so much conflict at that time for me because my parents never wanted me to go away and I was away. So I was one day coming back because my mentor told me, go back if they want. And then he said, you use this Shabad. He gave me a Shabad. He said, use this Shabad. And that's what I tried to do. And that Shabad told me about life. In that instructions, the mentor lives with me even today, never goes away. Shabad is eternal. I don't know how to do it. I started observing my breath bit. So that's a good idea. That will give you dhyan. But Shabad is more powerful than any other technique. Of course, shallow, it's so difficult to follow. There's nothing difficult. Just do Shabad. Just say it out aloud. Gavi, Vakhri, in the saying out the Shabad. And don't judge yourself. Let it go. Let it all happen on its own. Don't worry about it. to tanda digda charda ja. Keep walking. You fall, you get up again. Keep walking. Don't lose heart. Have this earnest desire to go inwards, and it will happen. Can't concentrate while doing naam, jap. Also, please suggest something regarding this. Breathe very hard with Vaheguru Shabad. Use Vaheguru Shabad as your stabilizing factor, where the mind gets stabilized. And then sing the Mool Mantar. Do this method. If you are in Delhi, we do early morning sessions at 4:30 to 6:30 of Kirtan here in meditation, in darkness. You are most welcome to join us. We will soon try and do this in everybody's home, one by one, if Guru allows. Maharaj, how can we understand the translation of the Shabad while doing part? Yes, good idea. Understanding the translation is a part of the moving mind. So understand it. Very good. It transforms the mind. But nothing stops us from the dhyan of the Shabad. That doesn't need the understanding. It needs dhyan of the Shabad. So there are two things. One is understanding what Shabad says, Ek Omkar, Satnam, Karta, Purukh. I have the Japji talk also on YouTube. You can listen to it, understand it. But don't worry about it. Do the dhyan of the Shabad. We need to know both, what it means and what is its dhyan. Shabad Surt Pavsagar Tariye. The thoughtless mind doesn't think about what it is saying. It does dhyan of the Shabad. And dhyan is transcendence. Shabad is transcendence. It transcends the moving mind. Jasbir ji. Thank you. Thank you, Jasbir ji. Please send today's homework. Mool Mantar. Sant Niranjan Singh once told me, do so much abhyas of Mool Mantar that there is no difference between you and Mool Mantar. Of course, I can't live up to it. But do the Mool Mantar as much as you can. And do it with love. Don't do it as a homework, as a burden. Do it as a meeting with Guru Nanak. Do it as a love affair with the Guru. That is the key. Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Maharaj says, Jin prem kiyo tin hi prab payo. Without love, there is no way we can find God. We can do the Kundalini, we can do the Dhyan. Without the prem, there is no results. So, do the Mool Mantar with love. And Maharaj is there in that. Charan Sharan Gur ek penda jaye, chal Satgur kot penda aage hoye let hai. Ek baar Satgur mantar simran matra, simran tahe barambar gur het hai. Pavani bhagat bhai, kodi agar paag rakhe, tahe gur sarb nidhan dhan det. Satgur daya nid mehma agad bodh, namo 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 nit. At times the mind is overloaded with circumstances, pressure. Then recitation of Bani or meditation does not happen. At times the gap goes long. Conflicting mind holds all back. Use Shabad Vaheguru with breathing and hit your navel with breath. Vaheguru, Vahe, it transforms the inner mind. Like that. Do it with lot of force. It will transform and break the chain. Sometimes just bathing will break the thought chain. Be persistent. If you go look for a needle in a haystack, you have to be persistent. Don't worry. Get up, go at it again. अब की बार बख्श बंदे को, पावर न पव जल फेरा. Ramandeep ji, Jammu is a great place. I hope the rains have subsided. This awful damage. All of Punjab and Himachal is in so much pain. My heart reaches out. All of Manali, such a beautiful place. Don't worry about it. My sessions are all online. Even the morning session is also online. But if you can get up at early hours in the day of the 4 o'clock, darkness, and focus on the Mool Mantar. Morning class sessions are in Aatamras, YouTube, RAJBIR Singh. If you search for it, you'll get it there, ji. Saturday, Sunday, they're online. I'm going to try and start on weekdays also soon. Hopefully, Guru allows it. Do we have to feel the Shabad? You will feel it when you say it. When you say something with love to someone you love, you feel it, so you say it. Say it to Guru Nanak with love, and he will enter your life. Monica ji, sure. My links are on YouTube, on Aatamras. If you are in Delhi, join us in the early hours. Come one day if you can. It's in darkness. We do this dhyan. Sant Niranjan Singh ji, whom I stayed with, did this sadhana. He used to call it sadhana. He used to say this is the time to operate the mind. So he did it for 50 years, even more. We try and call on Guru's and presence and try and do it in Guru's presence. So join us if you can one day. Or if you want, we can even come and do the session at your house. If you're in South Delhi, it's easier. You can send your number or some link and then we can take it forward. Can we have online session for morning? Morning sessions are online. 4:30 we start usually. They're in the Kirtan form. Aatamras channel on YouTube. Thank you, Manpreet ji. I'm in South Delhi. I'm in Maharani Bagh. Navdeep ji, Ludhiana is, hope the water issues are sorted. If you are not in Delhi, you can join us in the sessions in the morning, online, or do this Mool Mantar in your own house, wherever you are. Shabad is the taksal. It's the mint. It's where the energy is created. And that is Guru's message. I cannot stick to one Shabad. I just start reciting in my mind and any Shabad Kirtan that come to my mind. Is that wrong? Try and do one Shabad. If you can, do the Mool Mantar. Because that becomes Jap Ajapa Jape. We have to reach this state where the Jap is happening without consciously doing it. That is where the Jap is purifying the mind, preparing it for the journey ahead. So, preferable, say it out. Don't listen to the radio or the recording. Do the dhyan in your verbal. Your mind should get involved with Shabad. So you are saying it, gaviye, you are singing it, and you are listening with your eyes closed. This is the dhyan of Shabad. Not listening to a YouTube or something like that. That is separate. Better you do it with yourself. Internalization of Mool Mantar, yes. So much Mool Mantar you do that it is always there with you. We've had a long session. I apologize for delays and the errors I've done. If you have any other questions, send them across. We can take them up in the next session. I thank you all for coming. Appreciate your presence. We will say the Anand Sahib as a culmination of today's session. One of us, whoever can volunteer. Any of you who wants to do the Anand Sahib 6 bodies, please can raise your hand. Harneet ji, please unmute. Thank you all. There's some other question, 1 minute. Thank you ji. Manpreet ji, thank you. Thank you, Navdeep ji. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਰਨੀਤ, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. ਰਾਮ ਕਲੀ ਦਾ ਤੀਜਾ ਆਨੰਦ ਇੱਕ
ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਆਨੰਦ ਪਿਆ ਮੇਰੀ ਮਾਏ,
ਆਨੰਦ ਪਿਆ
ਮੇਰੀ ਮਾਏ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਮੈਂ ਪਾਇਆ, ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਤਾ ਪਾਇਆ ਸਹਿਜ ਸੇਤੀ ਮਨ ਬੁਝੀਆਂ ਵਾਧਾਈਆਂ, ਰਾਗ
ਰਤਨ ਪਰਵਾਰ
ਕਲੀਆਂ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਗਾਵਣ ਆਈਆਂ,
ਮਨ ਜਿਨ ਵਸਾਇਆ, ਕਹੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਆਨੰਦ ਹੋਵਾ
ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਮੈਂ ਪਾਇਆ।
हे मन मेरा तुम सदा
ਰਹੋ ਹਰ ਨਾਲੇ, ਹਰ ਨਾਲ ਰਹੋ ਤੂੰ ਮਨ ਮੇਰੇ, ਦੁੱਖ ਸਭ ਵਿਸਾਰਨਾ, ਅੰਗੀਕਾਰੋ ਕਰੇ ਤੇਰਾ ਕਾਰਜ ਸਭ ਸਵਾਰਨਾ, ਨਾ ਗਲਾਂ ਸਮਰਥ ਸੁਆਮੀ, ਸੋ ਕਿਉ ਮਨੋ ਵਿਸਾਰੇ, ਕਹੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਮਨ ਮੇਰੇ ਸਦਾ ਰਹੋ ਹਰ ਨਾਲੇ। ਸਾਚੇ ਸਾਹਿਬਾ ਕਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਤੇਰੇ, ਕਰਤਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਸਭ ਕੁਛ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਤੇ ਸੋ ਪਾਵੇ,
ਸਦਾ ਸਿਫਤ
ਸਲਾਹ ਤੇਰੀ ਨਾਮ ਮਨ ਵਸਾਵੇ, ਨਾਮ ਜਿਨ ਕਹੇ ਮਨ ਵਸਿਆ, ਵਾਜੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਕਨੇਰੇ,
ਕਹੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਸੱਚੇ
ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਤੇਰੇ, ਸਾਚਾ ਨਾਮ ਮੇਰਾ ਆਧਾਰ, ਸਾਚ ਨਾਮ ਆਧਾਰ ਮੇਰਾ, ਜਿਨ ਭੁੱਖਾਂ ਸਭ ਗਵਾਈਆਂ, ਘਰ ਸ਼ਾਂਤ ਸੁਖ ਮਨ ਆਏ ਵਸਿਆ, ਜਿਨ ਇੱਛਾ ਸਭ ਪੁਜਾਈਆਂ, ਸਦਾ ਕੁਰਬਾਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਵਿਟੋ, ਜਿਸ ਦੀਆਂ ਇਹ ਵਡਿਆਈਆਂ, ਕਹੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਸੁਨੋ ਸੰਤੋ, ਸ਼ਬਦ ਧਰੋ ਪਿਆਰੋ, ਸਾਚਾ ਨਾਮ ਮੇਰਾ ਆਧਾਰ, ਵਾਜੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਤਿਤ ਕਰ ਸੁਭਾਗੇ, ਕਰ ਸੁਭਾਗੇ, ਸ਼ਬਦ ਵਾਜੇ ਕਲਾ ਜਿਤ ਕਰ ਧਾਰਿਆ, ਪੰਚ ਦੂਤ ਤੁਧ ਵਸ ਕੀਤੇ, ਕਾਲ ਕੰਟਕ ਮਾਰਿਆ, ਤੁਰ ਕਰਮ ਪਾਇਆ ਤੁ ਜਿਨ ਕੋ, ਸੇ ਨਾਮ ਹਰ ਕੇ ਲਾਗੇ, ਕਹਿ ਨਾਨਕ ਤੈ ਸੁਖ ਹੋਆ, ਤਿਤ ਕਰ ਅਨਹਦ ਵਾਜੇ, ਆਨੰਦ ਸੁਣੋ ਵਡ ਭਾਗੀਓ, ਮਨੋਰਥ ਪੂਰੇ, ਪਾਰ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਪਾਇਆ, ਉਤਰੇ ਸਗਲ ਵਿਸੂਰੇ, ਦੁਖ ਰੋਗ ਸੰਤਾਪ ਉਤਰੇ, ਸੁਣੀ ਸੱਚੀ ਬਾਣੀ, ਸੰਤ ਸਾਜਨ ਭੈ ਸਰਸੇ, ਪੂਰੇ ਗੁਰ ਤੇ ਜਾਣੀ, ਸੁਣਤੇ ਪੁਨੀਤ ਕਹਤੇ ਪਵਿੱਤ, ਪੁਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਪਰ ਪੂਰੇ, ਬਿਨ ਅੰਤ ਨਾਨਕ ਗੁਰ ਚਰਨ ਲਾਗੇ, ਵਾਜੇ ਅਨਹਦ ਤੂਰੇ, ਪਵਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਾਣੀ ਪਿਤਾ, ਮਾਤਾ ਤਰਤ ਮਹਤ, ਦਿਵਸ ਰਾਤ ਦੋਈ ਦਾਈ ਦਾਇਆ, ਖੇਲੇ ਸਗਲ ਜਗਤ, ਚੰਗਿਆਈਆਂ ਬੁਰਿਆਈਆਂ, ਵਾਚੇ ਧਰਮ ਹਦੂਰ, ਕਰਮੀ ਆਪੋ ਆਪਣੀ, ਕੇ ਨੇੜੇ ਕੇ ਦੂਰ, ਜਿਨੀ ਨਾਮ ਤੇ ਆਇਆ, ਗਏ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਤ ਕਾਲ, ਨਾਨਕ ਤੇ ਮੁਖ ਉਜਲੇ, ਖੇਤੀ ਛੁੱਟੀ ਨਾਲ, ਜਿਨੀ ਨਾਮ ਤੇ ਆਇਆ, ਗਏ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਤ ਕਾਲ, ਨਾਨਕ ਤੇ ਮੁਖ ਉਜਲੇ, ਖੇਤੀ ਛੁੱਟੀ ਨਾਲ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸੋ ਮਚ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ।